Okay, we're recording, Carol.
Okay, hi, I'm Carol Rivet, and thank you for stopping by. This is a recording, whether you're watching this on a recording or you're live right here. This is a webinar about Onpassive, and this is an incredible opportunity, and I'm very excited to have you here and to be able to talk about this. We have today with us Susie McCrae from Onpassive Leadership Council. She is amazing. Her major has been in business management. She is like the whole leadership council is amazing, and just so blessed to have her here. She's going to do an overview on passive. Okay, and then for anyone who wants to talk, this is a free and open forum. If you'd like to talk and share your why you're joined, we're saving questions to the very end. Okay, so I'm just really excited. And Susie, take it away.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, Paul Wood. Okay. Um, yeah, sometimes these Zooms are a little a little tricky to manage. I would appreciate everyone muting themselves. We had some issues with the last one. Um, yeah, we have Paul joining us. Hi, Paul. We're going to keep you muted because we're recording this, but thanks for joining us. So, hi, everybody. My name. Okay. Keep yourself muted, Paul. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Susie McCrae, and I'm coming to you from Amherst, Massachusetts. And I am a proud founder of Onpassive. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my story. We've got a few more people coming in. I'm going to mute them as they come in. Okay. So before it ever launches to the public. Okay, Paul, I'm going to mute you, Paul. Paul, you have to stay muted, okay, until we do the Q&A. Okay, he's got it. Okay. All right. So let's try this again. Hi, I'm Susie McCrae from Amherst, Massachusetts. I have been a founding member of a company called Onpassive for a little over a year, and boy, am I excited. I am going to give you a brief overview of Onpassive and tell you a little bit about why I joined. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about one of the products that has me all fired up. And then we're going to open it up to some Q&A. Okay, so we're going to keep this casual yet professional. So if there's any issues with any hackers coming in, they will be thrown out and I will stop the meeting. I forget what it's called. Anyway, it's one of those things where I can close the meeting. Okay, so welcome everybody. So I'm going to start off with having you sit, and whether you're watching this live or the recording, and whether or not you join us. Paul, I just muted you again, okay? Whether you are a founder or you're not a founder, this is how I'm going to present an idea to you in your head, and maybe you'll understand how this is going to work. So Onpassive is an IT information technology company that uses artificial intelligence, AI. And it's going to be the next big thing that's going to be hitting the internet. Okay. And it's going to be huge. And we're just about getting ready to launch to the world. It's been in the making for the last 3 years or so by the CEO, Ash Mufareh. So I want you to sit back and think about when Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, started his process in building an empire called Walmart, which most everybody across the globe knows about Walmart. And let's talk about Amazon and Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, where years ago he was building that vision in his head and what it is today. So think back, if Sam Walton or Jeff Bezos offered you to be a founding member of either Walmart or Amazon, and they said, hey, Susie, would you like to be a founding member for $97? It is a one-time payment, money back guarantee, and you can become a founding member of my company. And then when we launch to the world, you will pay another fee to become a customer between $100 and $250 one time out of pocket. And you will earn part of the pie, a piece of the pie for all the business we do. And Sam Walton says to me, and Jeff Bezos says to me, hey, Susie, guess what? When I launch this company, I am going to do all the marketing. I'm going to do all the advertising. I'm going to manage all of the products, all of the customer service. Whether you buy the products or not, Susie, whether you use the products or not, Susie, as a founding member, and then as a customer when we launch and a reseller, you are going to earn a piece of the profit. So I ask you, knowing what you know now about Amazon and about Walmart, if you were made that offer, what would you say? And I know what I would say. I'd say, hell yeah, I'm going to jump on board. I mean, look at the price point, $97 now, one time out of pocket. And then when we launch, maybe about $150 one time out of pocket for a company called Onpassive, which is going to have almost 50 products available online. So we'll tell you a little bit about the company. Ash Mufareh had this vision of creating a marketing platform for people who are online or people who have brick and mortar businesses or online businesses or people in multi-level marketing or network marketing. He built products and a marketing platform all under one umbrella. These products are products you may know about that you may use now, or you may not know about them because you may be watching this and you've never had an online business, and that's okay. His products are all proprietary, built from scratch. He has teams of engineers in a few locations in India, and he also has an office in Orlando, Florida. So these products, a web page builder, something like GoDaddy, where you would get your URL, something like a HostGator that would host it for you, something called a splash page or a landing page. And if you're online business, you know what that is. And if you're not, have you ever seen an advertisement of something that, hey, this interests me, and you saw an ad and they capture your name, your email, and your phone number, and then all of a sudden you're into their email contact list because you have an interest in their product. He's created all of that. He's created communication modules, a whole bunch of products that, as Ash says, are selling now like hotcakes. Those products right now are selling like hotcakes, and he has created products from scratch that are way above and beyond the products available out there. They're proprietary, and the value of them is far greater than what you see. And the price point is unbelievable. So some of you who have been running a business online, or you have a brick and mortar and an online business, or you're part of network marketing or multi-level marketing, if you've ever tried, like myself, I created a website. Cha-ching, cost me money every month. I have someone hosting it. Cha-ching. I had to have graphics done. I did have a email program that captured my contacts, but as I got higher in contacts, cha-ching, I had to pay more. I had a calendar, and I did everything I thought I was supposed to do to help build my business and to help my team. But I had all of these products in all different locations, and trying to get them all to work synergistically together was a nightmare. But you know what? I did it. I spent hours and hours doing it. I worked with a virtual assistant. I made a beautiful website. I had great graphics. I had I could solve a problem for people because I was promoting health and wellness products. I was so excited. I was like doing everything. I was spending a ton of money to do it, but guess what happened? What happened was no one was visiting my website. I had a little bit of organic traffic. I did Facebook ads and paid money for that and got a little bit. No one was buying. No one was visiting. I did everything I was supposed to do. I was in Facebook groups. I was spending hours and hours and hours online trying to attract people to the value myself and my team had to offer and a product. And I was shoveling you know what against the tide. I was getting worn out. So I looked around and I was in a women's entrepreneur group, and out of the blue, I saw something that said plug and play, automated, drives traffic for you, forces you to be successful, everything under one umbrella. Become a founder of a company that is going to use proprietary products and artificial intelligence to send you, your business, targeted traffic. And I said, giddy up. Wow. Right away, I was like, this sounds too good to be true. So I jumped right on board as a founder, got a little bit of a pit in my stomach. What did I just do? I put it on my American Express card just in case. But every day since a year ago, I started doing my homework. I trusted my gut. I was like, oh my goodness, this man, Ash Mufara, who was building this marketing platform for the 97 and 98% of us who have caught a vision to help people market a product, do business online, but get stuck because it is so difficult with all the tools, learning all the tools, but not only that, getting eyes in front of your business. That is the biggest thing that Onpassive does, is they have qualified paid traffic that will help you with your website. So I jumped right on board, got all excited. Then I saw the company change a little bit, where it's now morphed into an all-in-one business solution. And Ash has developed more and more products for everybody, whether you have a business or not. This is going to be the total internet solution. And it is growing and growing, and we're getting ready for launch. And I can't be more thrilled for this journey I've had and the people I have met. And the biggest thing is I have hope now for the future, but not just with my MLM business, which who knows, I may continue to promote, I may not, but Onpassive also offers you a business within Onpassive. Because when you join in as a founder and then become a customer slash reseller, which a lot of this may sound a little bit unclear to you, but you'll learn as you go. When you're plugged into the system, Onpassive, the word passive, will do the heavy lifting for you. They will bring the customers in. Think about Walmart in my analogy. Sam Walton says, you join me, you catch my vision, I am going to help you. And the way I'm going to help you is I'm going to advertise, I'm going to bring in customers, and Susie, you're going to earn a piece of the pie. So that to me was like, hands down, this is just something that is going to change the way we do business. You can build teams if you want. You can bring customers in if you want. But the best part is you don't have to. You don't have to. Part of your monthly fee pays for that targeted traffic. And let me remind you, you pay once as a founder out of pocket, and you pay 1 month subscription out of pocket, and you never pay out of pocket again. That monthly fee comes out of your commissions. And we are about to get ready to explode. So I know I talk a lot and I go all over the place, but I hope that this gave you a little bit. And I know, Carol, you wanted me to talk about one of the products that I'm fired up about. If that's okay, I'll continue on. We do.
Yes, please do.
Okay, great, great. Then we'll get to some questions. I'm trying to focus on talking, so I know Zora will keep me going there. We have a few more people joining us as well. Okay, so I had told you some of the products that Ash has developed. There's about 50 of them. And they all are kind of synergistically molded into each other. Like I said, there's a web page builder, there's a calendar, there's communication similar to Zoom. There's a thing called O Connect. Everything begins with an O for Onpassive. There's going to be all different things you see online now. But the best part about it is there is no limit and there's no cap. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you. Think about that. There's no limit and no cap. I told you I had an email contact company. Once I reached 500 contacts, cha-ching, they wanted more money. They wanted me to upgrade every month. And Onpassive, all of the tools, well, we don't like to say tools, products that are under one umbrella, there's no limit to how many people, and you're never going to have that price increase to have the new features. So I'm going to talk to you about O-Staff, O-Staff. That is a platform that I'm very excited about. And Ash knows I'm excited about it. I'm part of the Leadership Council. He knows my background and he knows that I get really fired up about it. So I'll tell you a little bit about my life as a manager and why O-Staff is going to change the way businesses do business. So we'll go back to when I was a manager for primary care practices. I had 6 practices for community hospital. So I had staff, doctors, people, all spread out. And I had to manage them as a manager. But prior to doing that, I was in human resources. And when I was at human resources at this hospital, we had to make decisions on what softwares we were going to buy to help manage our staff. Some of those softwares cost in the tune of $100,000 to get in. Then there were limits. So we had 1,800 employees. As you added employees, cha-ching, cha-ching. When there were upgrades, cha-ching, cha-ching. And that one software didn't do all of the things that Onpassive's O-Staff are going to do. So I'm going to give you a day in the life of Susie McRae as a stressed out manager and what my days and weekends look like. So time to do payroll. The employees punched in. There were time clocks or they could punch in on their computer. Those punches went from one into another software. So I would have to access the software, and guess what? There were times that employees didn't punch in or punch out. If they didn't punch in or they didn't punch out, then we had to have a paper trail. So then I had to get that employee, make sure they email them or text them or get a hold of them when I was in the practice, make them fill out a form. Then I had to take that form and I had to scan it into another system so that I could verify that that employee verified, along with my signature, that they punched out at a certain time because they had a missing punch. Okay, so it was like ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Then after so many times an employee didn't do that right, then you had to write them up and you had to manage that. It was like crazy. So now it's the end of the week and I finished up.
All you need
I'm gonna mute you. Okay. So now it's the end of the week and I'm finished my payroll and I've got all the punches done. Now it's going to transfer all into another system. Then I have to go into that system and I have to go in and I have to continue to approve that part of payroll. Now that's just one thing. That's payroll going from punches to another system to another system. Then when that information went in, if there were any issues, I had to go to human resources to figure out why didn't they get paid correctly. That was like just an ongoing thing. The other thing we had to do is if I had a doctor or a staff member that was submitting an expense report because they went to a conference or they had to travel somewhere, I had to go into another system under finance to make sure they filled out the form correctly. Then I had to get copies of all the receipts, scan them in, then get that hand delivered to somebody else. Then my executive director had to sign off. Then I had to take that paper, scan it back in, and get it to finance so that they could cut a check from a different system than payroll. And then I had to go to an Excel spreadsheet to make sure that the doctors or the employees had not gone over their limit for the year. So it was back and forth and back and forth. Now it's time for me to order supplies for my 6 practices. I had to go into another system and go into that system and do invoices, purchase orders, then communicate with our purchasing department. No, I won't even get into how we did budgets or all of that. Then on top of that, it's time for me to hire a medical assistant. So I go to hire a medical assistant and I have to create something else with human resources, go into another system so that they can get approved the position. So then the position gets posted. And now I get all of these resumes on another system that I have to look at and then onboard them. So needless to say, the systems were all scattered all over the place. Not all of them talked to each other. Myself and our other managers, we would be pulling our hair out sometimes because it would take weeks and weeks to get things approved, get people the money they're supposed to get paid, get somebody on board. It was a nightmare. Now, I left there over 4 years ago, so maybe things have changed since then. But those of you who are watching this who have ever been in business or in management, you may say, oh my God, Susie, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was crazy. So what Ash has done is Ash has created, he and his engineers, one product that is part of Onpassive out of 50 products is called OStaff. And the way they have it set up is it's on the cloud. It's not an app. Employees are going to be able to punch in and punch out either with eye recognition, finger, or face recognition. Then all of that, the manager will have real-time information about what's going on with their employees. The payroll is done within that system. All of the taxes and accounting is done through that system. Ordering stuff for your business is done through that system. It's kind of like QuickBooks is part of it as well. Plus, if I wanted to have a meeting with my staff, I don't have to send an email. Then they have to leave one place they are. They have to go check their email. Okay, when's the meeting? Oh, now I got to click and go into Zoom because Susie's having a meeting and it's going to be a virtual meeting. I've got to do that. So employees were all over the place. And you're like, okay, this employee, I'm going to bother them by texting them on their phone. So now they're going to leave their computer and they're going to go to their phone and go, okay, and now they're taking their eyes off of the patient or the work that they're supposed to do. In my case, it was primary care, and they're distracted. What Ash has done and his team is put this all under one umbrella. So a chat can be going on right there. An employee would open up this on the cloud, this product, unlimited for a price point that will blow people away. And you can manage your staff, your accounting, your purchasing, all under one umbrella. It will have their resumes, their job descriptions. Another thing, I'll just throw this in and then we'll open up for Q&As. Before COVID, everyone that worked in the healthcare had to have a flu shot. If they declined a flu shot, they had to wear a mask. Well, everyone's wearing a mask now, so that goes without saying. But then I would have to get employees to employee health or a record of their flu shot from a pharmacy or somewhere else, or a declination that they did not want to do the flu shot, process all of that from different areas, then get it to another system within human resources. Then I would get a report from human resources of a list of people on an Excel sheet who we don't know about their flu shot. So then it's going back. It was like repetitive, non-productive redundancy over and over again. And I tell you, if we had staff when I was back being a manager, I would be kissing the ground Ash walks on, because not only does it save a business money and time, think about this. It keeps employees satisfied. I would have been such a satisfied manager that I would have never left, because I would have all of those resources at my fingertips. Then I could spend my time strategically planning for the healthcare system and helping my staff and doctors do better at that than just be chasing paperwork. So anyway, that's why I get excited about it, because I lived it. So anyway, let's see. Carol, thanks for letting me talk so much. We have a few more people on board. Is there anyone or Carol, if you want to say something before we get into Q&A?
Oh, just thank you for everybody coming. And totally, like, the reason why I joined Onpassive is because of the advertising. Couldn't get enough eyes to the website, no matter what, MLM that I've been in and trying to grow. Definitely that, and the fact that it's a one-time payment, like Susie said, 2 one-time payments. Normally, I've been in lead programs. I've been in, other things where they've got the tools and the products, like you were saying, and it's costing, a couple $100, $400, $500 a month, and that's not even including the advertising that they charge and to try. And then there's no guarantee that you're going to be successful. So, I mean, Onpassive to me just became such a no-brainer. The more you get to know it, I just want to say that if you're a new founder, get into your back office, listen to the private webinars, listen to Zooms like these, to where leadership council members like Susie are talking. They have so much information, and they all have their own experience, and they all understand how Onpassive is going to help their sector, their industry, because Onpassive is an industry disruptor, and it's going to be a disruptor in a good way.
Yes.
It is amazing, definitely. So that's all I wanted to say. If anyone has questions, just like raise your hand or unmute yourself, or maybe we can do this.
Yeah, sure. That would be great. I want to remind everybody too that the products, the business, it's a real business. The products are going to be head and shoulders above anything else we've seen. We don't like to compare it to other products because they're very different. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, all of that. But the best part I love about this business is it is for everybody, because it doesn't matter if you've been in business before or not, whether you want to have a team or not. I have so many friends and family in who know, love, and trust me, and they jumped on board as a founder because they caught the vision that I had, but they're passively sitting back. I keep them informed. I'm not saying that it's okay to be lazy, but this is the type of business that you come in and they are going to do the work for you because Ash Mufareh understands how difficult it is for people to build a business. And what he wants us to do is fill our tanks, take care of our bottom line because we are going to be wealthy from this as founders. That's a given. And then after we fill our tank, give back. Find something you're passionate about. He said so many people, and this really rings true. I've worked hard my whole life. All of you here have worked hard your whole life. I'm going to be 60 years old this year, and I've worked hard. And there's nothing wrong with that. But his point is, a lot of times when people are working hard, they may be doing stuff, they're feeling stuck in a job, they have this financial stress and this time stress because they can't be doing the things they love to do. And Ash has said to all of us, when you take care of your tank, fill it up, and then it's time for you to go back in the world, be creative again. Because if you don't have that stress of time and financial stress on your shoulders, you can start doing the things you love to do. So that hit me really hard when he said that. The money's going to be great, hands down. But just the heart of him wanting all of us to go back and make an impact on humanity. It may sound corny to some people, but not to me. I love being a part of this. This is the last business I'll ever be in. It's the perfect business in my eyes. And I am just so excited to be part of it. And I think if you're watching this and you haven't jumped on board, do your homework. We don't convince, pester, or pressure you. Go back to the person. You can only become a founder by invitation only. So get back to the person who shared this with you. And if you want any more information, I'm sure Carol would be more than happy, or myself, to get you information. Okay, we're in over 200 countries too around the world. We are licensed and ready to do business soon. So if anyone has a question, you can either unmute yourself or raise your hand. If not, that's okay too. Okay, so we have Paul. Why don't you, I'm going to unmute you, Paul. I unmuted you, Paul. How are you?
Okay. Carl, can you, or Susie, can you hear me?
I sure can, and I can see you.
Okay, my name is Paul Wood. I'm from New Brunswick, Canada. You know where Canada is?
Of course, it's north of me.
Yeah, I'm across from the state of Maine there, across the border. And I've seen this advertised before, and I have a question here. Does a person gotta produce their social insurance number to be into this?
No.
Oh, good, because the government's getting too much money now.
No, what Ash has told us, because in the United States, we have a form called a 1099, where if you earn commissions or income, the IRS submits that to you. What Ash has told us, because we're in over 200 countries, it's our responsibility to claim any of the income and commissions that we receive. And in the back office, or when you come on board, or when we launch, there'll be ways that you will be able to know how much you took in. But they are not collecting Social Security numbers in the US or other numbers.
Oh, good. Probably in the States it's different, because I paid in too much to the government in the past from investments and things like that. Like, I'm on the old age pension,
Yeah.
I'm 74, going into 75.
Yeah.
So I'm up to that. But another thing I was into one time was multi-level market in Amway. Remember when Amway was on the move? It was here in Canada.
Yeah.
And it was a big thing, and everybody was happy about it. I got in, and then I got 3 people in under me, and they dropped out. And oh my God, everybody was fighting back and forth and this and that. And then I was into Sunrider after that. That was from California. And I got a couple of people in, they dropped out. I bet you I spent over 2,000 or more on these MLMs, and there was Barley Green. Another one was Shankly. And I said, no more of that after that. So
Yeah.
I get
well,
people in, they wouldn't stay in.
That's the whole thing. Ash Mufara knows this and he understands this. He also knows there's programs out there that bring people in and then they end up folding up. So he got frustrated and aggravated. And he says now Onpassive is the correction to the corruption. And if I always look at it too, is that it's a bathtub when you're in an MLM. Some people very successful. I have a good
I
sized
agree.
team. I have a good sized team myself now, but I couldn't help them because it's like a bathtub with the drain open and you're pouring water in and adding customers and people in and and it's going out. And unless you have a way to continue that feeding it in and supporting them. So Ash knows this and he knows he wants to help the 97 and 98% of us out there, whether you've done it before or not. He wants to help all of us, uplift us and help us with time and financial freedom because he gets it. He gets it. So yeah, you're all set, Paul.
Okay, another thing I was wondering, okay, it's $97 to sign up to be a founder. And of course, exchange on that money in American fund, eh? Like there's an exchange on it.
Uh-huh. I don't know what the exchange is in Canada.
Yeah, okay, I'll find out from the bank. But anyways, how much is it a month after that? Don't they start with $25 or something?
No, that was a different kind of compensation plan that had been floating around for quite some time. So
Okay.
I'll do my best to explain it without, I don't really know much about the compensation plan because it's proprietary and I believe it will be patented, and Ash has given us just a little bit of a flavor for it. So this is the best way I can say. You pay $97 now to become a founder. Okay.
Mhm.
That's a one-time payment out of pocket. When the company launches, does the big launch, all of us founders will become customers of Onpassive. The monthly fee for that, Ash has told us, is going to be between $100 and $250. He said
Okay.
if you can afford to be a founder, you can afford. You pay once the monthly fee. So let's say it's $150.
Yeah.
So when we launch, you pay $150 from your funding wallet, which you will set up. And the next month, that monthly fee will come out of your commissions. You don't have to pay out of pocket.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So every month you are paying the company out of your commissions to do the heavy lifting for you. They are going to try, well, they will do it, I'm sure. We talk conservatively because we don't want to claim any kind of income to anyone. So that's a disclaimer. But there are some videos I know that we can get to you where Michael Williams talks about the compensation plan. The company will be doing marketing on our behalf, and they will bring in customers under you that you don't have to manage.
Great.
Yeah. So, I mean, just think of that. That's amazing. And once you have 3 under you, which all of us most likely will when we launch, 3 and it's free. Ash says if you have 3 under you, either from your efforts, from overflow from above in the team you're on, or from what he is able to bring in through his very targeted marketing campaigns, not only will your next month be paid for out of commissions, you're also going to have green in your withdrawal wallet. So this is all very, very good news, and it's just going to grow and grow and grow.
So, Susan, how does a person pay, through the Visa or MasterCard?
He's working on, we don't know any of that yet, but
Because I got credit cards.
Yep. You can do it on, he's going to set up, my understanding, when we launch, there's a thing called soft launch that'll be happening soon. That's different. But when we do our big launch, my understanding is we will set up a withdrawal wallet and a funding wallet. And
Oh,
so you will have a wallet that he is coordinating to make sure you can use. Remember, we're in over 200 countries, so there's all different currencies out there. So
yeah,
he had
yeah,
to
right.
be able to make sure money can go out and money can come in. So an example would be, I could pay with a credit card, maybe out of my bank account, ACH, Bitcoin. I don't know if he's going to use PayPal or Cash App or whatever. There's going to be ways that you can pay that first month. And then in your withdrawal wallet, you're going to be able to tell that wallet where you want your money to go. And you can take your money out, as Ash says, as many times a day as you want without a fee. So that withdrawal.
So Carol, or not Carol, I know Carol, but Susie, does that say if I was withdrawing money out of that, once I seen the pay, could I withdraw it, would it go into my bank account, like with the Royal Bank of Canada, which I deal with?
Yep.
So I could draw it like that and then do the credit card to the bank.
He's going to have all sorts of ways for us to get
Oh,
our money.
So the first thing you got to pay $97 to be a founder, and then I'll learn from there.
Yeah, we're going to learn. We're all going to learn from there. And one thing, I believe Ash said this on a public webinar, just so that maybe people can envision this, and just to teach you a little bit more of what I learned, and you may already know this, but I guess there's a family of 3 people. There's countries that a $97 it is money. It's a lot of money to some people. And there's some countries that it's a lot of money. And they have 3 people in a family that are on one founder position. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Belongs to one person. But from what I heard Ash say, I believe it was Ash or someone, this is okay to say, when those 3 people set up their withdrawal wallet, they can set up, as many accounts as you want. So say it's Susie, Mary, and John, one founder. Susie's bank account, Mary's bank account, John's bank account. They can decide where their commissions are going and their profits. So and Ash says, when you set up your withdrawal wallet, set it up to where you want, however many places you want to be able to choose where that money goes. Because then if you want to change it, it's going to require like 2-way authentication, to, either a video or your facial recognition when you want to add an account. So the good news is when we do launch, you're going to want to set up that withdrawal wallet to where you want the money to go.
Okay.
Okay. So he's got it figured out. And I think we're going to learn more as we
So
go.
what happens here? We bring people in, like the 3 people, right? Unders. And then how's it work? Is this like people bringing people in, putting them under one another?
If I get your question right, you do not have to bring anybody in to be successful. It's not required that you bring anybody in. What Ash is doing for founders is, if you join as a founder, you have an opportunity now to invite people and bring them in and start building your team. You don't have to.
Right.
But if you do, it's just going to help you earn quicker. Plus, the company's going to do marketing campaigns and build for you. Plus, there'll be overflow from above. So it's going to start. We don't know what it's going to look like, but I think when we launch, we're all going to be in a great position to start.
It'll be a little while before it launches, so won't it?
Well, from what the last webinar said, that we should be going into soft launch, hopefully by the end of January. Then we're going to be able to beta test some of the products. He's going to release products to founders so that we can play around with them, which is going to help if you want to talk to people, because now there's actual products that people can see. And then he believes we will be, and don't quote me, but a couple of months in soft launch. And then when he says we're ready, we're going to know. And then all of us founders will have an opportunity to become customers first, and he's going to give us all the guidelines. Just to let you know too, maybe you guys know this, most anyone coming in when we launch, and you're not a founder, okay, and it goes viral and all these customers hear about Onpassive, everybody is going to be given a 7-day free trial. That includes us founders. When we become customers, we're given a 7-day free trial, no credit card required, access to look and see all of the products. You have 7 days to decide. We don't know what the price is going to be. Like I said, Ash is between 100 and 250. You pay, and now you're done. You have all those products, whether you use them or not. You don't pay out of pocket again. You're good to go. So now a customer sees something about it and says, gee, this is interesting. I want to go check it out. They put their information in. They may fall under you. They may not. We don't know. All of a sudden they come in and they get a 7-day free trial.
Okay.
Okay. Now they start looking and they go, wow. But then they do nothing. Okay. From what I've heard, Ash is going to have a few free products, whether you sign up or not. We don't know what those are. Okay. So he kind of says it's like going to a Costco. For people who know Costco, they put the samples out and they let you try different things. But then when you really want to get a big thing, you got to unlock it and buy it. Well, he says we're going to give them in the 7-day free trial a buffet. And they're going to be able to pick around. But he says then if they don't jump on board as a customer, they will only they'll only be able to access a few free products. And then when they say, geez, I want to try that staff, there'll be a big lock on it. Like, you got to unlock this by paying your customer fee to get it unlocked.
So I think I'm pretty sure I can get 3 people.
Of course you can, but you don't have to.
I can get them online here, like up on Facebook or somewhere.
Yeah.
The beauty about the computer, you're connected to the world, and you do your business all over the world.
And can I say something really fast here, Paul?
Sure.
The 3 people that you bring in, because Onpassive is going to recruit for them too, they're not going to drop out. So the retention rate with Onpassive is going to be amazing. Because I know, because I have the same problem. You bring people in, like Susie says, they drop out as fast as they come in. Onpassive is going to grow their income structure. They're going to bring customers in for them too. And then the people that they bring in, Onpassive will bring in people for them. So it's going to be endless. That's why we're so excited about Onpassive. It solves all the problems, checks all the boxes.
So it's like a chain reaction.
Yes.
Right. And they're not going to leave. That tub is going to keep filling, but there'll be a plug underneath.
A plug, yeah.
And it's going to overflow into your withdrawal wallet. I mean, that's the best way to say it. They're not going to leave. So what happens is, from my understanding, people are going to come in as customers. Forget about founders, just people across the globe. They're going to come in as customers. Some people are just going to want to be customers. Okay. They will have an option. I don't know how it's going to work, but they will be notified that, hey, do you want to be a reseller of the IT products and services? They're going to have to click a box. They're going to have to sign a terms of agreement, because then if they do that, Ash will then say, this person is a reseller. They've authorized me and Onpassive to market on their behalf. I will start building them some commissions, and eventually their products are paid for, and they're never gonna leave, because even if they don't become a reseller, Ash has a way where the monthly fee is gonna slowly go down for customers. Where why would they go when they've got the best products out there, and the price point is so much less, to the point where they won't have to pay monthly. And then they're going to say, I can make money this and I don't have to do anything. It's brilliant what he's done. Okay, we're going to give somebody else a chance.
We sure need this, because the cost of living here in Canada is way up. My God, to go out and buy groceries is double, gasoline's double, electricity's up. Oh my God. The old age pension, once I get that, half of it's gone.
I believe you.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Canada pension.
We're going to see if, Paul, thanks. Those are all good questions. We're going to see if anyone else has a question. So I'm going to mute you right now. Okay, thank you. Okay, is there anyone else who wants to unmute and ask a question?
Sure. Thank you so much for that presentation. It's very informative. You were really clear and concise.
Oh, thank you, Carlos.
Do they have any materials in Spanish? I mean, I live in Miami, and there's plenty of Spanish-speaking people here. I mean, myself included.
Yep. I'll tell you what we got. Why don't you, if you don't mind giving me your email address?
Sure, no problem. It's Sequesta Shop, CCU, E as in Edward, S as in Sam, T as in Thomas, A as in Apple, shop, SHOP, @gmail.com.
CCUESTA shop @gmail.
Correct.
Okay, you'll get something from Suma1433 at AOL, and don't laugh that I still have my AOL. Okay.
Hey, so does my dad, and I'm good. So.
Yeah, there are some things. So what I will do in the email is redirect you, but just to let you know, if you go into the back office of Onpassive, which you're a founder, Gofounder, you can go in the back office. And if you go under Leadership Council, a lot of times you'll see different posts from leaders in different languages that they're doing public webinars, so that you can invite people. And they also post the recaps. You can look in webinars on the left-hand side, upcoming webinars, and there's quite a few that I think Antonio does in Spanish. And also there is a PDF ebook that I believe just was translated in Spanish. And we have a bunch of Leadership Council members who do speak Spanish and run public Zooms like this or webinars. Okay, so I will give me a little time and I'll send that along to you. Okay.
No problem. Thank you. I actually just got the login a couple hours ago, so I have yet to play with it. So once I start messing around with the website, I'm sure I'll figure a lot of it out. But thank you so much again. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh,
by the way, you guys had me at hello. Honestly, it didn't. I mean, this was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I think I saw 5 minutes of that capture video or one of these webinars, and I was like, wow, it's amazing. Thank you so much.
Well,
God bless.
Thank you for your kind words. And Zorro is reminding me, Viviana Rodriguez is someone too on the Leadership Council, and I'll make sure I connect you with her. She's excellent too.
Okay, please do. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, does anyone else have a question? It's almost time for Marty's live. I gotta go watch soon. Well, if you do come up with any questions, just reach out to Carol. We're gonna try to do a few of these. Maybe talk about a different product as we go. But we're going to save this video, and you'll be able to share it with other people. So Carol, I will make sure you get this, and it will be a YouTube link. So Carlos, it looks like in the chat, Zorro Zorro, you're great. You sent them a whole bunch of stuff, so that's good, and I'll follow up.
Yeah, I see it. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop the recording, Carol, and then we can just say goodbye. So thank you, everyone, for watching. If someone sent this to you, get back to them. Okay, get back to them. The only way you can become a founder is through invitation. So you need to get back to the person who invited you. We're all one big happy family. Just as a disclaimer, Carol's not on my team, and that doesn't matter. That's what we're here for. That's part of the Leadership Council and what our CEO has us doing. We're all in it to win it, and we're here to help each other. Doesn't matter what team you're on. There's no competition. We're all here to make this company, when it launches, it's going to rock the internet, and we're all here to do it. So thank you for your time.